What's up guys? So today I have a really cool video. So a couple days ago I saw this card trick on Penn and Teller. It was a really cool trick and Penn and Teller gave a very vague explanation for how this magician performed the trick. It was so vague that no one really knew what he was talking about except the magician himself. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is showing you what the trick is, and then I will be revealing it and also teaching you guys a way you can do this trick at home with your own deck of cards, and it has a really powerful effect. And if you are new here to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more magic content like this. And now let's get right into it. So the magician's name is Todd Lemansky, and I will leave the link to his performance that he did on Penn and Teller in the description. And what I'm going to be doing right now is basically explaining his performance. So what he did was he went up to Penn and Teller and the host and spread out the cards face up, just like so, showing them that all the cards in the deck are in fact different. He let them examine the cards just like this. After he did that, he squared up the pack and explained to the host what she was going to be doing with the cards. So he said that she is going to be dealing down cards face up, just like so, and she could deal down as many cards as she wanted to, and wherever she stopped, the next face down card would be the Ace of Diamonds. So essentially his prediction was the Ace of Diamonds. So after he showed her what she was going to be doing, he gave the deck to the host. She did just as he said. She dealt down cards face up, just like so. She went about halfway down the cards, and as she was dealing down cards just like this, he was having Penn and Teller and the host herself look out for the Ace of Diamonds, as she was dealing down cards like this. So let's say she stops dealing cards right here. So wherever she stopped, he had the host place that face down card right here. She dealt down a couple more face up cards like this, and then he had her turn the cards face up and deal down the rest of the cards face up, just like so. Doing this because he wanted Penn and Teller and the host to look out for the Ace of Diamonds. So once she was done dealing down the face up cards like this, he squared up the pack and reminded Penn and Teller and the host of what his prediction was, the Ace of Diamonds. And then he spread out the cards face down. And you guys will see here, if I spread out the cards face down, the Ace of Diamonds going to be face up. But there also, see here, is another card face up. And the reason being is that he had a deck that was gimmicked, like a gimmick deck. And I'll explain the method he did for that deck to only get the Ace of Diamonds to be face up here. But don't worry, guys. I'm also going to be explaining a way you can do this trick yourselves with like a normal deck like I have here. And it has basically the same effect with the Ace of Diamonds being the only face up card. So I'm going to be explaining that right now. Okay, so the deck that Todd used for his trick is very similar to an invisible deck of cards. So basically in an invisible deck, the cards are held back to back like so through the use of a special roughing liquid applied to the back of the cards. And I will put a picture on the screen right now of a roughing liquid that can be used to create an invisible deck. So basically, if you guys are not familiar with an invisible deck, the cards are all back to back like so, and they are held together through that special roughing liquid that's applied on the back of the card. And it basically allows the cards to stick together, and then if you apply some pressure on the cards, they will be able to split apart just like this. And this same concept was used in Todd's deck of cards, but the liquid was not applied on the back of the cards, but rather on the front of the cards. So that liquid was, or whatever it was, he used some sort of liquid to create the cards to stick together like this, and then they could easily be separated by applying downward pressure. He did that to every card on its face, and he also used for this trick a double-faced card just like so. This is really easy to create. Basically, you take some double-sided tape and put it on the backs of the two cards and put them together. And so this was the gimmick he used. So he had the Queen of Clubs here. He placed that at the bottom of the deck, and right behind it was his prediction, the Ace of Diamonds. And also, guys, after I explain the exact way he did this trick, I'm going to be showing a way that you guys can perform this trick without the invisible deck concept on your cards. So, but going back now to what Todd did, he started off, he spread out the cards like so, show them that all the cards are different, and there obviously is no Ace of Diamonds here because it is behind the Queen of Clubs here, thanks to the double-sided tape. So the gimmick is at the bottom of the deck. He's just showing Penn and Teller and the host that all the cards are different. After he did that, he squared up the cards just like so, and then he explained to the host what she was going to do. She was going to deal down face-up cards just like so. Then wherever she stopped, the next card would be the Ace of Diamonds. So she went ahead and did it. She stopped, about halfway, and wherever she stopped here, the next face-up card next face down card was not obviously not the ace of diamonds, because he didn't have her turn it over. It's just a random card here, two of hearts. And because of that liquid, the roughing liquid that is used in invisible decks, when the card is placed right here, it's basically going to stick to this three of hearts here. So the card is stuck right here, and then then the reason why he has her turn two more cards face up, just like so, and then you'll see here, if you watch the performance, he has her turn the cards. He has her reverse the cards just like this, because he needs to get this gimmick in the middle of the deck. So because you'll see here, if he doesn't have her turn over the cards, she'll just keep dealing down cards like this, and that gimmick will not be in the middle of the deck like he needs. So he has her turn the cards just like so. Everyone thinks this is just one card, but in reality it's the gimmick with the ace of diamonds on the back. The host places it down, and then she just deals down the rest of the cards face up just like so. And obviously they will not see the ace of diamonds because it is behind that queen of clubs. And then at this point, he squares up the pack, and then when he spreads out the cards here, you'll see if you have that special liquid on the front of the cards, you'll see here that this 2 would be stuck right behind this face down card just like this. And then basically the only face up card would be the ace of diamonds, because either that liquid, it's going to have this card here stick right just like so, and this will appear as one card. And then the only problem here is you'll notice also in the performance he doesn't turn it over for a reason, because this is a gimmick. So he basically kind of picks it up and then turns it like this so he doesn't flash this side of the card. So that is basically how he did the trick on Penn and Teller, the exact method. Once again, it uses the invisible deck concept, but on the front of each and every card. And now what I'm going to do is teach you guys how you can do this trick without that invisible deck concept. Okay, so if you're going to perform this trick yourselves, you are going to need a deck of cards, and you are still going to need to make this gimmick, however, but don't worry, it's really, really easy to create. Then you just choose whichever one of the 2 cards you want to be your prediction. Really easy. So for the purpose of this tutorial, let's just say my prediction is going to be the ace of diamonds, just like in Todd's performance. So you're going to go up to your spectator with the gimmick at the bottom of the deck, just like this. Then you can go up to your spectator. You can just do some false cuts, keeping that gimmick at the bottom. I wouldn't do a full shuffle because you run the risk of accidentally flashing. You can also do some overhand shuffles, takes the bottom portion of the card, slides them off. Make sure you don't go all the way down. Then you're going to take this bottom portion, bring it to the bottom, and you've kept the gimmick on the bottom of the deck. That's all you have to do. Then you're going up to your spectator, you're going to show them all the cards are different. They're not going to think anything of it. Everything's just going to seem normal here. And you're going to square up the cards, and you're going to tell your spectator what they're going to do. You're going to give them the deck. They are going to, turn face up cards like this, and then you're going to tell them wherever they stop, the next card will be your prediction, the ace of diamonds. So you hand them the deck. They deal down cards as much as they want to, as many as they want to, just like so. So let's say they stop right here. You're going to tell them to take the next face down card. They're going to place it down, and then they're just going to deal down a couple more face up cards, and then you're going to have them turn over the deck. They're going to place that queen down, which is the gimmick with the ace of diamonds here. And they're just going to finish dealing down cards like so. And you're going to ask them if they caught the ace of diamonds anywhere. They'll obviously say no. So they're going to finish dealing down the cards. And this is the part of the trick where you can't spread out the cards face down, because you guys will see what happens here. I did it at the beginning of this video. 2 cards will show a random card and then the ace, which you need for the trick to work. So the way around this is what you're going to do. So say you're holding the cards in your right hand here. Instead of just spreading out the cards normally like this, because you'll still come to that random card first before you get to the ace, what you're going to do is you're going to have the cards in your right hand or your left hand. Instead of, like I just said, going like this, you start from the bottom of the deck and just spread out the cards like this. You're going to say all the cards are face down. You're going to go that to your spectator. You're just going to keep going through. You got to go kind of slow here as you get towards the middle of the deck. You're going to say all the cards are face down. Keep going, keep going. Wait until you get to that ace. You're just going to keep dropping off cards. Once you get to the ace right here, they dealt down 2 more face down cards, and then you're going to get to that random card. So what you're going to do here is you're going to say, as I predicted, 1 face-up card, the ace of diamonds. You're going to take off the cards here, and you're not going to hand them the ace. You're just going to set it down. And kind of as they're amazed here, after 2 more cards is a random card. And what you're going to do here is you're going to place ace of diamonds down. You're just going to set down the next 2 face down cards. And then you're going to do this move. It's really easy here. So you have the card, right, this random card at the bottom of the deck, what you need to do is just simply turn it like so it's face down. And the easiest way to do that is, this is kind of the exposed view. You're going to have your index finger here. As your spectators looking, they're amazed. You're just going to kind of this is all going to be happening under the deck. It's not going to be in their sight. You're just going to simply turn it like so. And this is what it'll essentially look like from the spectator's point of view. Just really quick, kind of like that. Just make it casual. Then you're going to say all the rest of the cards are face down, because you just turned that card that was face up. You turned that face down. So it seems like the rest of the deck, all the cards were face down. Then after you do that, you can even just spread out the cards like so. Show them that all the cards are face down. And, unfortunately, you do have the gimmick here. Just make sure you don't turn it over. You don't have them turn it over, because you, unfortunately, won't come off clean. But that is basically the way you can perform the trick that Todd did without having to spray all your cards so they stick together. So I hope the tutorial made sense for you guys for how you can perform this trick without a gimmick deck. And feel free to leave any questions you guys have about anything I explained in the tutorial in the comment section below. And I hope you guys like this method. I basically came up with myself, so definitely give this a try. Let me know how it goes. And that is going to do it for this video. Once again, if you are new here to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more card and magic trick content like this, AGT reveals and giveaways. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.